Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber or a new subscriber, welcome back. I'd also like to thank my new subscribers. I appreciate all of you that have taken the time to hit that subscribe button. I am still overwhelmed that I am over 2,000 subscribers now and climbing. I appreciate all of you. Okay, so today is just going to be a quick little video. I'm going to just pop in and show you the quilt blocks. I have so far gotten 9 of them done. I really like the simplicity of these. I still do not know how I'm going to lay the blocks out for this particular baby quilt. I don't know if I'm just going to kind of like join them together like so, maybe turn the blocks around so you know, they're not all exactly in the same direction. I kind of like that it kind of just changes up just the simplicity of changing the block around. I like how it'll break up all the same blocks and change it up. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not like all fuddly there. So what I did yesterday is I just continued making blocks. I now have 9 of them complete. You can see those all here. Today I have trimmed more batting. I have enough batting and stabilizer for, well, there was 4 here, 4 and 6 pieces of stabilizer, and of course I have all my fabric for the blocks cut already. I probably did not need to cut all of the fabric, but I will use it in other places if I have 9.5-inch squares left over. Okay, so my original thought was to make this a quilt that's going to be large enough that can grow with the little one. As she gets older, I'm thinking of making it like a twin size, and I'm just going to kind of play with it once I get the blocks finished. Like I said, I have 9 of them here, and I really want to put some of the backing or the fabric, the floral fabric between the rows. Maybe, I don't know if it's going to be a 2-inch strip, a 1-inch strip. I do not know yet. And I'm thinking I have enough material. You can see on these that I have enough left over on these to do a possibly a quilt as you go method. And that is one of the reasons why I did make the blocks 9.5. These blocks did stitch out to, let me get my quilt ruler here. This was just the easiest thing I could grab right now. So right now they are at 7 3/4. You can see that there. So from this line here to this line, we are at 7 3/4. So what I could do is I could figure out my math. My brain's not mathing right now, but I could figure out my math to make them maybe like 8. Well, 8's not that much of a difference, but maybe 8.5 to, I don't know. Okay, I'm just rambling, truthfully. I do not know what size these are going to finish up, because whatever I trim them to, I want to be able to, because you can see the batting. If I don't have to use a lot more batting when I join these, I don't want to have to do that, because what I can do is I can trim off the stabilizer and leave the batting on here. And then when I sew the strip on here, let me move these out of the way so maybe you guys can, I might be confusing myself as well here too. I am not that great yet at quilt as you go. It is still a learning technique for me. So Monica Poole has, if you all are familiar with Monica Poole, she is an Australian quilter, and she basically, I believe all of her, well, yeah, I think all of her quilts are done in a quilt as you go technique. And I really love the well, I can't say the simplicity of it because there is some skill involved with it, compared to just putting your blocks together, sewing the seam and opening them up and having a block. I want to be able to join these and not waste a lot, because you can see that I do have, in some areas I have not a lot. Some of them are not quite an inch, some of them maybe half an inch. So I want to be able to sew my strip on here and still be able to join and use the batting. So I think what I'm going to do is I will fold the batting back, attach my strips to each side, and then trim my batting. Through Pinterest, I have seen some videos where you're just doing your strip method of joining your blocks, and I'm trying to remember this correctly without having to refer back to it. But what you do is you sew, you move your batting aside, and you sew your strip where you're going to be joining your blocks. And then once your blocks are joined, you're going to have those seams, and you flip them over, and where that, please excuse the stabilizer there, where those pieces are then joined, you're going to flip your batting back over and join them. And I don't want to do a lot of sewing to join the batting back up. So I think what I'm going, let me see here in my drawer. I know I have it in one of my drawers here. I just have to find which drawer. It's over here off to my side. I had purchased, let's see. Give me just a minute. Let me find that and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I thought it was up here off to the side in one of the bins that I moved over there. I rearranged my office a little bit more yesterday, so Luna, the creative kitty, would have a place here again to lay in the window, and I thought it was up in that bin. But anyway, as I was saying, when I'll have this stabilizer all trimmed away up against, I'm going to trim it right up just maybe an eighth within the sew line. But when I do my my strip method of joining the blocks here, trimming them down to whatever I need to trim them down to, and then I want to be able, I think I'll have enough batting here because I will be trimming up the sides here to just give me enough of my seam allowance. I think I am going to, I'm going to trim just slightly past a 1/4 inch because I want this. I want this border all the way around my blocks. I like the way it looks. I like that you can see on some of them, see how they're not quite overlapping all the way? I like that. I think it looks cool. Some people may not like that, but it doesn't bother me. Some people will tell you that you trim on this line. I don't want to do that. I like this double frame around it. When these stitched out, I thought this first outline was going to be just a basting line, but the very final stitch of these blocks is it does a bean stitch all the way around the block. So I believe that this portion all the way around the block is intended to be in the design of the block. So more than likely what I will do is I'll just take my ruler and trim these up a 1/2 inch past this line. So that will give me the 1/4 inch stitch line that I need, and then a 1/4 inch past this line. So that's going to show in the design of the blocks as well. I hope I'm making sense. Anyway, so when I do trim those, it is going to take down some of this, but I'm not going to trim the batting because I want to save that. So then when I have them flipped back over, and I do have that strip, however I'm going to do that, I want to be able to save this, all the batting that I have on here. So I'm thinking I can do a 1.5 inch strip to join these and still possibly have enough batting in between here. Let me just kind of put this here just so these kind of stay down a little. Get my ruler back. I don't know. Let's see how much I have here. I have, fold this over a little more. I have about 1 3/4 inches of batting to play with. So, let's see, what will we do? I can trim them down to 1/2 inch. That'll give me a 1/4 inch on each side. So if I do a 1 1/4 inch strip, I'm gonna write this down. Where's a piece of paper? There we go. Okay. Let me move this over just a little bit. And let me know if my math is mathing, if this makes sense. So let me just grab a pen here. So I will have one, hopefully all my blocks will work like this, 1 3/4, so 1 3/4 inch of batting between my blocks. Please excuse my nasty writing here. So I will have 1 3/4 inch of batting between my blocks. So if I have, if I trim my blocks, okay, so trim blocks 1/2 inch past the sewn edge. Okay. So, okay. this is what I'm thinking in my head. So the 1 3/4 inches of batting between my blocks, I want to still be able to use that. So what I will then do, let's pull these back. I will trim my blocks, my fabric to 1/2 inch. So we will do that at 1/2 inch. And what I will do is I will sew with the 1/4 inch. So it will leave me with a 1/4 inch past the block edge. Okay. I hope you guys are following me along. It'll leave me a 1/4 inch from this edge here. So I have a 1/4 inch, and then the floral fabric will be between each block. And that will be, let me open this back up. That will be, so let's put this back together. So I'll have that 1 3/4 inches there. Minus a 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch. And then that will give me, I will cut fabric strips. To 1 3/4. So I will cut my fabric strips to 1 1/4 to 1 1/4, and will leave me, leave a 3/4 inch strip between each block. I hope that all made sense. Hope you guys can all, so the strip will be the floral fabric. Let me grab that here behind me. So this floral fabric I will be cutting to 1 1/4 inch strips. That'll leave me a 1/4 inch seam on each side. So that takes it down to a 3/4 inch strip. So flip these back over. So let's just do a little kind of a false fold here. So like I said, there will be this line, and then there'll be a 1/4 inch. Hope you guys can see that, a 1/4 inch. I know this ain't perfect. A 1/4 inch on each side with a 3/4 inch strip between the blocks. So that'll break the blocks up and add some color in there. What do you guys think of that? Should I scratch that idea and just sew the blocks together? I still want to leave some between each block because I want the definition between each one with these lines. Should I just trim the blocks down and do, you know, like a 1/2 inch between each block? What do you guys think? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Hopefully that math is mathing. Let me move this aside. And what I was trying to mention about the batting is I don't want to sew the batting together. I have seen some other people doing this, and I believe Monica Poole herself may have done this. She uses this type of, let me open one of these. I've bought two different sizes. This one is a, let's see what that one is. It does not tell me the width of this. I know it's a little bit more than an inch, maybe 1.5 inches. Yes, okay, so this is 1.5 inches. And what this is it's just, you know, like the netting stabilizer, the fusible stabilizer that's really super lightweight. Can you see the little glue beads on there? And what's great is you can take your and fuse those together like so. Just make sure they're nice and straight. And that way you're not going to have all this bulk in between your so just like so, and you would fuse that together. Of course, put the the glue side down. Hold that down. Hold this down. Oh geez. I am just rambling on right off the top of my head. This is just my motivation is flowing today, and this is just all coming off the top of my head as I'm sharing my progress with you. So please tell me if this is making any sense. Okay, so you just take your fusible and fuse your batting together. And that way you don't have to waste anything or do the strips. And what I will do before I cut off my excess stabilizer, I will, well, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do have my wool pressing mat. I have a, where is it? It's in one of my drawers here. Okay, I think that one is definitely up there in the other one. I have a, there we go, here it is. I have the, I forgot what these are called. There we go. It is a non-stick pressing sheet. So I can unfold. And I have seen some people cut these in half. So you can put one underneath so you're not getting anything on your wool pressing mat, and then just, or just fold over or however. But actually a friend of mine on one of the Facebook groups told me about cutting your non-stick pressing sheet in half, or even just this much of a section, because if you just have to lay it over something where the fusible is, or underneath something so it doesn't get on your pressing mat or your ironing board, you can do that. So there's that. Oh my gosh, guys, I have all these thoughts running through my head right now. Okay, so that is how I think I'm going to do it. I definitely want, I really want to put some of the floral fabric into the quilt top. Let me guys know what you think of my rambling so far. If you like the idea of not having the strip between the block, and this does really match. It matches, but hopefully you guys can see that. The color well enough, the background color there. This solid was in with, excuse me, with this fabric, so they go together. Yeah, let me know if you guys like the idea of a strip between the blocks, or if you just like the idea of joining the blocks with maybe like an inch in between them. My little notes here off to the side, if my mathed and made sense. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think I got my mojo back on working with this quilt. I really do want to get it done and shipped out to the little one who will be receiving this. So, but before I get to assembling it, I will be making more of the blocks. I am thinking 4 rows of 5, and then maybe a nice wide border if I don't do the strips between. I like the idea of the border. So we'll do the border, a nice wide border, so it has a nice pop of color as well. Yeah, give me some ideas, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm open to suggestions. But my original idea of the quilt was just to make the quilt, combine the blocks, use this as a backing. But I want a little more pizzazz in there. Let me know what you guys think with my idea of twisting the blocks so they're all different. I am going to start with 20 blocks and lay out what I think, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys. Thank you for sticking if you made it to the end of this video with all my rambling. I am going to trim up the threads here. You can see I've got some threads here. I'm going to trim those up. I'm going to put the hoops onto the machine here behind me and get some more blocks going after I cut some more stabilizer. I have the roll here. I do have another roll over there if I need it. But yeah, guys, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Comment down below, like I said. If you don't feel comfortable commenting down below, you can always email me at jsnc18@gmail.com. You do not have to capitalize the JS or the C. You can do it all lowercase, and it works as well. So, can't wait to hear what you guys think, and we'll see you guys all soon in the next video. Bye, guys.